All right, you guys, my name's Todd Royce. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Are you guys ready for me to bring your next comic to the stage? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this man coming to the stage right now, he is a recent graduate of the Bedwetters Anonymous Club. He is also the #1 brain traumatic injury comedian on the planet. This is true talk. He has a traumatic brain injury. He doesn't remember shit. We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, Skippy Sprinkle.
Keep it going for Todd right now. Make some noise. Hey guys, doing $10. Make some noise. Yes. You're the absolute best. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Hi, my name's Skippy Sprinkles. I know that sounds like a bedwetter's name, and you are right. I have a traumatic brain injury. I got ran over by a drunk driver when I was a child. I was left in a coma for 45 days, so I do not remember anything, so I need to use these wrist coaches to help me with my jokes. Is that okay with everybody here tonight? Thank you. Hello, welcome to the $10. How you guys doing? Make some noise! Hey, my name is Skippy Sprinkles. I have a traumatic brain injury. I was in a coma for 45 days. I forget things, but find ways to remember them. Like these aren't tattoos. These are passwords and PIN numbers. You know, for my accident, I have a bunch of metal screws in me. I'm like a walking IKEA assembly set. Which makes sense. That's why I always get lost looking for the exit. My body has more metal in it than an Iron Maiden concert. I got more screws than Jenna Jameson, the porn star. The doctors say I have a brain of a 7-year-old. That's offensive and ridiculous. I'm saying a 5-year-old max, which is great because that gets me pre-boarding. My whole life involves the word pre, like pre-board, pre-surgery, premature ejaculation. I don't like that term premature ejaculation. If I shoot a blank too quick, I call it an Alec Baldwin. Oh, really knocked the rust off that one. I love that one there. I'm not in there. I love that movie Dirty Dancing. Remember that famous quote? Nobody puts baby in a corner. There's a new movie coming out about an angry middle-aged white woman who terrorizes restaurant employees. It's called Nobody Puts Karen in the Corner. Instead of the song, I had the time of my life and I owe it all to you, Karen says, I had the worst time of my life and I need to speak to your supervisor. I'm currently on disability. Or as I call it, working from home. You know, there's stay-at-home moms, there's stay-at-home dads. I'm what you call a stay-at-home retard. Now, please don't get offended or weirded out by that term, stay-at-home dad. Seriously, people freak out when they hear retard. They call it the R word, but retard is not a bad word. In fact, the definition of retard is to delay or hold back progress or development. And right now, I feel like some of you are holding back your laughter. In my progress and development as a comedian, you're retarding my jokes. You know, it's awesome being a retard. I'm always in a good mood, incredibly strong, and I always get the best parking spots. Todd, yes, you're right. That joke is retarded. My daughter asked me if she could change her last name to her mom's boyfriend the other day. I asked her why. She said, well, Dad, because our last name starts with S and his last name starts with B. So if mine starts with B, I can go on the lunch line earlier. Ah, you're a genius. Sure, change your last name to his. And while you're at it, change my child support to his. You know, why does everybody say I married my best friend? Everybody says that nowadays. I married my best friend. No, you didn't. When a man gets married, his best friend tries to talk him out of it. You don't marry your best friend. If that was true, everyone would be married to their dog. I gave up my seat to a blind person on the bus. Oh my God, I'm such a hero. Hero. That's how I lost my job as a bus driver. I know, I regret it. I'm still recovering from getting attacked with that German Shepherd. I hear there's a rumor going around about Skippy peanut butter. Never mind, I shouldn't spread it. Man, I thought that joke would go over more smooth. Don't worry, I'll tell a different one in a jiff. I'm gonna choose the audience's choose jiff. Hello, Sandor, how you doing tonight? Hey, my name's Skippy Sprinkles. Hey, I was in a coma for 45 days. That's 45 just amazing sponge baths I don't remember. That's 45 days my ass hanging out of my gown. Unfortunately, the nurses, well, you know, they do remember. I was in the hospital for 1 year. That's 365 chocolate pudding, which was weird because chocolate puddings, they nicknamed my butt cheeks. You guys are looking at a romantic up here. A romantic, thank you very much. Hey, I'm very romantic and respectful when I'm making love. I leave a sock on the door. I'm usually alone, so I also leave a sock on my penis. You know, it's pretty safe. I never get an STD. I just get athlete's dick. Not even a cruel athlete either, more like a punter's dick. I was over at Todd's house the other day. He has a bidet at his house. He has a bidet. I didn't know what it was. So I go in there and he explains it to me. You know, it's a toilet that shoots water up your ass. I'm like, Todd, how about a badon? Pulling water shot up my ass, so I'll do a handstand in your shower. You know, they recently got rid of the Confederate flag from the NASCAR. I was really disappointed in that, you know, really mad about that, you know, not for the reasons you might think, but I had to sell all of my Dukes of Hazzard merchandise, which was really too bad because I almost fit right back into my Daisy Dukes. I don't know why they're going so high, but they're going like nipple clamps. Whoa. You know, when people go to the movies in Texas, they eat pickles. I've never seen anyone eat a pickle in a movie theater. I've seen many women reject my pickle. That's my wiener, okay? No, when you gotta explain your jokes, they really aren't that good. You know, I love Snoop Dogg. You guys like Snoop Dogg? Yeah, Snoop Double G. Hey, I want my next job to be a guy who rolls Snoop's weed. That's an actual job. Then I could be saying to him like, Snoop, can I be blunt? I just flew into town, and boy, are my arms tired of writing these hack jokes. Yeah, I hear Stoner Rob up there going, yeah, I get it, Skippy Sprinkles. All over it now. Oh. People ask me what it's like getting ran over by a drunk driver. Well, it's a lot like playing Twister, but you almost die and nobody has a boner. Nobody has a boner here tonight, right? Okay, I'm good. All right. You know, I don't like board games. They're like board games. You know, like Monopoly's like want to waste to 4 hours. Sorry is sorry. We know this is annoying. In Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, virgins unite! Everybody together now. Virgins unite! No, there's no virgins. I'm the only virgin here tonight. Thank you very, very much for your amazing. Thank you, Todd Royce, for just being a hell of a host, hell of a dude, and thank yourself for being here tonight because you are amazing. You're what makes comedy happen. Thank you so very, very much.
How loud can you guys get for Skippy Sprinkles? What's awesome is that later I can bring him back out again and he'll do the whole set over.